The story begins with a simple assumption. Babysitting a sleeping baby would leave enough quiet time for a little homework. But for one babysitter, that assumption quickly turned into a shocking lesson about boundaries, expectations, and the surprising rules some parents set. The babysitter, who shared her experience on Reddit, had just started working for a family with an 8-month-old. She'd been hired for short evening shifts, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., and everything had seemed normal, until she realized that what seemed like a harmless way to spend the baby's nap time would lead to a major conflict. She believed that quietly doing her homework while the baby slept wasn't any different from the usual activities babysitters are allowed to do, like reading or watching TV. After all, the child was asleep, and she was paying attention in case anything happened. It seemed harmless, but what she didn't know was that the parents had a very different idea of what babysitting actually entailed. The next morning, the babysitter woke up to a text that completely caught her off guard. The mother explained that she wasn't comfortable with her being distracted while watching the baby. At first, it didn't make sense. After all, the baby was sleeping, and the babysitter had been fully attentive whenever the child stirred. The babysitter explained in her post that doing homework during nap time wasn't a new practice. She had done the same with every other family she worked for, and it had never caused any issues. Yet, with this family, even this quiet, harmless activity seemed unacceptable. Then came the twist. Instead of allowing her to quietly work on school assignments, the parents handed her a list of chores. She was now expected to wash all the bottles, clean baby dishes, and even fold the baby's laundry while the little one slept. It was a stark reminder that babysitting, in some homes, can blur the lines between childcare and household labor. The situation quickly sparked a debate online after the babysitter shared her experience on Reddit. Commenters were shocked at the mother's expectations, pointing out a clear, double standard. One person wrote, "You'll be distracted by quietly doing your homework, but not by washing dishes and folding laundry? That's crazy. I think she really wants you to get her chores done for her." Advice poured in fast. Many urged the babysitter to set boundaries and prioritize her schoolwork. "Tell her that your homework needs to be done for the next day, early enough that you can get a good night's sleep," one commenter suggested. "If she doesn't like that, she needs to find another babysitter." Another angle emerged. "The babysitter isn't a maid." "This is insane. She also shouldn't have you cleaning." "You're not a maid," someone wrote. "Stop working for them. Tell her that you don't feel comfortable with her expectations and end it. It's not worth it." The story was gaining traction because it highlighted a dilemma many young workers face: how to balance responsibilities, respect boundaries, and stand up for themselves in jobs that involve caring for others. The discussion didn't stop there. Another key point many commenters made was that babysitting is a side job, not a primary career. Babysitting is not your primary job, it's your side job. Your primary job is school. You must do well in school so that you can be a success in the future, one person emphasized. The advice was clear. The babysitter needs to have an honest conversation with the parents. She should explain that doing homework while the baby sleeps is essential for her academic success. If the parents can't respect that, it's time to move on. Have a conversation with the parent. Tell him that you need to do your homework while the child is sleeping because being successful in school is top priority. If that is unacceptable to them, you can no longer work for them. Period. End of discussion, a commenter advised. This section of the story resonated with many because it highlighted a common struggle for young people juggling school and work. Setting boundaries isn't just about being polite, it's about protecting one's future. The situation sparked a lot of debate online, with many people pointing out the double standard. If doing homework quietly is considered distracting, why isn't folding laundry or washing bottles equally distracting? You'll be distracted by quietly doing your homework, but not by washing dishes and folding laundry? That's crazy. "I think she really wants you to get her chores done for her," one commenter wrote. This perspective added another layer to the story. Many viewers could relate to the feeling of being asked to take on responsibilities that go beyond the original role. The babysitter's dilemma wasn't just about homework. It was about boundaries, fairness, and respect in a work environment. It also raised an important lesson for young workers everywhere. Your job description isn't a free pass for someone else's expectations. Recognizing and standing up for your limits can prevent unnecessary stress and keep your focus where it matters most. Many people weighed in with a clear message: a babysitter is not a maid. "This is insane. She also shouldn't have you cleaning. You're not a maid," one commenter emphasized. The consensus online was that OP shouldn't feel obligated to do chores outside of what was agreed upon for babysitting. Another perspective highlighted priorities. Babysitting is a side job, not the babysitter's primary responsibility. School comes first. One comment summed it up perfectly. "You must do well in school so that you can be a success in the future. Have a conversation with the parent. Tell her you need to do your homework while the child is sleeping because being successful in school is top priority. If that is unacceptable, then you can no longer work for them." End of discussion. This part of the story resonated with many viewers, reminding us all that setting boundaries isn't rude. It's necessary. It also sparked conversations about respect, fairness, and the difference between helping out and being taken advantage of. In the end, the situation left many asking, where should a babysitter draw the line? The story isn't just about homework or chores. It's about setting boundaries, being respected, and balancing responsibilities. It shows that even when a job seems small, expectations can sometimes spiral into unfair demands. Viewers were shocked, entertained, and divided, sparking debates about parenting, fairness, and work ethics. It's a reminder that communication is key. Clarify duties up front, know your priorities, and don't let anyone blur the line between help and exploitation. So next time you babysit or hire someone, ask yourself, are the expectations fair, or are they crossing a line? And for anyone in OP's shoes, remember, standing up for yourself doesn't make you rude, it makes you wise.